composed of meat and also vegetables. But most Indian cuisine are high carb or high in carbohydrates. It's mostly, especially for those who are vegetarians, there are a lot of root crops, and then there are a lot of roti, chapati, and all of those wheat flour based breads. And now we are here in the Daba. So Daba is like a cafe in India, but we are here in Bacolod, and we are celebrating and we are eating low carb Indian food. So the next time you go into an Indian restaurant or related cuisine, you can have an idea that you can stay low carb and minimize your sugar and your blood sugar spike and insulin level in your body. So it's important for you to know the basics of low carb. So again, in general, you try to avoid all the starchy ones, all the bread, and rice, of course. Even if it's basmati rice, it is still starch, okay? And we know that starch, when broken down, the moment we eat it in our mouth, the moment it comes into our mouth and our stomach, it can easily be converted into glucose, and that glucose can still spike your blood sugar. That is why diabetes is very much prevalent in India, also here in the Philippines. So if you don't know me, if it's the first time for you to see me, my name is Dr. Josephine Grace Rojo, also known as the Diet Doctora, and today I will show you what are the foods that we ordered in order to stay low carb while in Indian cuisine. So this is paneer palak. So it's spinach and paneer. So paneer is actually like a cheese-based tofu. So if you are fond of tofu, so we know that tofu is made of soy, but paneer is like that when it comes to consistency, even to taste. It is very neutral, and whatever sauces or whatever flavorings that you have there, it will easily absorb that, and it can taste like meat. But good thing about it, it's made of cheese. So it's still from milk. So it's a byproduct of milk, but less of sugar, no lactose, but mostly just the proteins and the healthy fats that are found in whole milk. So this is paneer palak. This is their best-selling kind of paneer. And the other one is, we have, this one is fish masala. Okay, so it's yellow masala, I think. It looks red, but the red and yellow masala is somewhat different, as somewhat similar. Okay, so this is like, see, this is fish. Okay, so these are fish, and another one we have fish fry. So I will eat this one. Don't worry. So fish fry. So we can see that it has a breading. So these minor breadings you can just ignore. At least you try to avoid the major carbohydrates, which are again rice, potato, chapati, all of these breads. You just try to avoid that, and you can still maintain somewhat a general low carb when it comes to calories coming from carbohydrate. So this one is chicken curry. So it's not the same as the yellow curry in Filipinos. It's really, really different because this is made of at least six spices. For Filipinos, it's just very simple, and we understand from our Indian friends that they cannot take the Filipino kind of curry. So this one is chicken curry, and this one is chicken butter. Okay, and as you can see, it's also very, very much different from the butter chicken that we are used to, like the crispy ones and with all the breadings and all of these oily ones. So this chicken curry is an in chicken butter rather is an Indian chicken butter. So it has chicken and butter. So let's see what's inside. Let's see some chicken. So these are the chicken cubes. Okay. And this one is, we have the mutton masala. So mutton is the meat from goat. It's goat meat. Okay. And this one is pork rogan josh. Okay. So this kind of setup is vegetarian, but not vegetarian, but just Indian. Okay. For those who are vegetarian, then you can just avoid the meat products. Okay. And then you can just focus on the vegetables and also the paneer, because you can get your protein requirement also, but you have to eat. You really have to eat a lot of paneer just so you can complete your protein and fat requirements. So, since we are not vegetarian, but we are just going to enjoy Indian foods today, we have, aside from paneer, we have fish, we have chicken, we have mutton, and then these two are pork. So, this is pork Rojan Josh. So, this is pork Rojan Josh, and this is mutton. Okay, so it's like ground pork. And this one is the mixed vegetable pakoda. So we have eggplant, mostly are low carb, and there's also green peppers. And for their breading again, of course, mostly they use flour. They use flour, but those are somewhat acceptable. We don't need to really stress ourselves when we do it, especially that we do it on an occasion. Eating outside should always be in caution because, as what we all know, we cannot control all of these ingredients. But just in case you find yourself in an Indian restaurant or related cuisine like Pakistani and Libyan or something similar food food groups, then you can have an idea. And this one is a complimentary from the owner and the chef of the Daba, and this is the Indian green salad. So it's radish, fresh carrots, and there's onion, tomato, and cucumber, and a lot of Indian spices. So this is what we're going to eat. And if you can check out their menu, so there's spice level. So for us, I think it's all level 2. For the masala, okay, there's red and there's yellow. For the red, it's onion and tomato based, plus the Indian spices, of course. For the yellow masala, it's made of cashew nuts, onion paste, tomato, and Indian spices. So between red and yellow, red is more low carb, is lower in carb as compared to yellow, because yellow will have cashew nuts, and we know cashew is somewhat high carb. Okay. And for the vegetable, what we ordered here are just the mixed vegetable pakoda. So mixed vegetable pakoda. Where is it? Because most of the vegetables you can just avoid the ones you can request that not to include, like potato. Instead, you can just use the green peppers and the eggplant and other low carb vegetables that they have. So it's important for you to check hashtag JGC Rojo food list. You can check that out so that you can have an idea what are the foods that are somewhat on our safe list. Okay, so others, if ever we didn't order it, but you can also have mushroom cheese masala. So mushroom is mostly protein. So if you like mushrooms, then well and good. You can just get easier proteins. Okay, you can get easier proteins when you eat mushrooms. It's mostly almost like 100% proteins. If you are not vegetarian, then you can focus more on the main dish, like the fish. Okay, so what we got this one, fish masala and fish fry. There's also egg. So good news for those who are vegetarian, who are eating poultry products like milk and eggs. So there's egg curry, egg masala, egg rojan josh. Okay, for the lentils, so lentils are like the beans, and most of these are somewhat high in carbohydrates. So these are our caution list, okay? And with our caution list, you can take it, but if you are still healing, if you feel like you can still improve your health, you still want to lower down your inflammation, lower down your blood sugar, then maybe try to avoid first the lentils, okay? But if you have to choose between lentils and like chapati or rice or potato, then lentils will be a better option because lentils will have a little higher protein component as compared to those pure carbohydrates. So chicken, we have a long list of chicken. So all of these you can enjoy, and of course you just try to avoid. You just try to avoid all of those others with a lot of potatoes. Okay? And mutton or goat meat. So we got mutton masala in red sauce, in mutton red masala, and pork. I'm so happy that they have pork. So it's pork. So as you can see, there's no beef because most it's against the culture to eat beef. So it's the cows are holy, they're sacred, and they shouldn't be eaten in in India. Okay, so but for us here, these are the page that you can forget. So the biryani, so everything. These are rice meals. So you can just forget about them and just order the main food. Okay, so the main meal, don't get the one with the rice if you want to lower your carbohydrates. But of course, if you are not lowering your carbohydrates and you don't concern yourself with blood sugar, so of course you can enjoy that and you can stop watching this video because this video is made for those who are low carbers and are also fond of Indian cuisine. I always like Indian foods. So Indian foods is one of those that I like from time to time, although not every day I crave or I eat them, but whenever they are available, I usually enjoy them. And I also like spicy food, that's why, and also I like a lot of flavors and spices. Indian foods, each food usually have a minimum of 5 spices in them, and that's why maybe I get to enjoy them. So biryani, rice, and flatbread. So these are the major carbohydrates that common Indians usually eat this with. And so it may be like surprising, especially for the owner, that he actually couldn't believe that we didn't order any side dish. We didn't order any biryani, any rice, or any flatbread, but just this. Okay? And also, since we are celebrating, we also brought our own low carb goodies that are in there. So you can check. So those are from our friend from Keto Mom. So we have cakes, we have donuts from DIY Donuts. They use LCF Essentials Ultimate Keto Pastry Mix, and of course the other leftovers from the house. Okay, so we will enjoy this one. I hope this helps. And for snacks, I think for the snacks, it's most of them are high carb. Okay, so all of these wraps. Before I used to order wraps, but I don't eat the wrap, just the ones inside. Okay, so just the vegetable and the chicken and the meat. But of course, you are paying more for something that you don't get because we don't eat the wraps. Okay, so this one is what we ordered: mixed vegetable pagoda. So deep fried onion, potato, eggplant, cauliflower. I forgot to tell them to remove the potato and just focus on onion, eggplant, and cauliflower. Okay, so these are the ones, and I think we are already on the last page. Most these are the drinks. Okay, safest would be just coffee, plain tea, and water. Okay, because the other ones mostly I'm not sure if you can request for sugar free with these ones. So, but I know these are like yogurt based or milk based drinks with rose. Rose lassi is actually very cute. It looks pink. It's very pretty. It's pink, and I thought first when I saw it, it's like strawberry. So we ordered also for that so that we can try. So we are here with our family and we are still waiting for them. But that's it. That's it for our low carb Indian cuisine. So we are here in a Taste of India. Can you show them the Taste of India? And also Mabi is there. And the kids. So this is the place. So thank you very much, everyone, and of course, thank you to the Daba here in Bacolod. They are located here behind the Triangle, Robinson's Triangle, and thank you for accommodating us. They're actually supposed to be closed right now, but they just opened for us. So thank you very much. I hope you can share this to your friends, even just in Messenger, and of course show this to everyone. If you are tired or got bored already with life without rice and you want to try something new, some other cuisine, just understand that there's always a way to stay low carb. We can always stay low carb, whatever that cuisine is, as long as you know the basic on what foods are safe in low carb, which ones should be taken with caution, and of course the danger ones that we should avoid. So generally in Indian cuisine, there's not much danger list because most of their food are actually not really that processed. So we know that the rice, that these biryani, the balsamic rice, and all of that are actually natural foods, but these are should be taken with caution because we know those can easily be converted into glucose coming from starch. So that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this little trip to India in celebration of our October 31 celebrant. And of course, our Thanksgiving for the board exam. And of course, thank you also for the 420,000 plus followers in our Facebook groups and our growing community in Life Without Rice and Low Carb Feasting and Fasting community. And of course, so we are on the roadside. So of course, if you want to know more and be a part of our and learn more the structured way, you are more than welcome to join our low carb and fasting masterclass. Just message any of our admins so we can guide you on how to register and be a part of our little community that's now growing big and growing strong and growing loud against high blood sugar and of course making our health at the top and making sure that we will be living longer, fuller, and happier. So thank you all so much. Remember to stay low carb so that we all stay safe. We will eat now. Bon appetit!
Bon.